different, a world of thought. In that world, you have more capacity to apprehend the authentic and intimate essence of things.
Could you repeat that?
You have more capacity to apprehend the authentic and intimate essence of things. It's the kind of knowing that is without words. You could have trans-rational perceptions
I have no idea what that
beyond the rational. We operate most of the time at the rational level, and whatever is not rational, we don't, right? It doesn't even register. Yeah, at that level, you would have capacity to tap into trans-rational. So if you don't, it's logical that you wouldn't know what that means.
means.
It's also the level of deep intuition. Deep intuition.
Oh, okay, good. That's what I see about that before.
Now I'm going to make because it's different than Atzilut, right? Bria is being with a capital B as opposed to nothingness at Atzilut. So if Atzilut is already going into the nothingness, Bria is still beingness. Okay, there's still a little bit of dualism there. And Atzilut and Bria is actually the first world that begins to obscure the light coming from above. See, the concept that they have is that each world obscures the light a little more until this realm where we are, the light is really concealed. Like we're not able to see the divine light radiating from from within each of us because it's concealed, right? So this is the world that conceals the light the most, and as further up you go, the more openings there are, the more light is able to shine through. From this point forward, there is no conceal. So this is the first of you going down. Bria is the first one which begins to conceal the light, which means it's mostly light with a little bit of shadow or a little bit of covering, right?
Bria.
Bria, yeah, Bria is. And it's really the gate between the upper and the lower world. That's the gate that stands in a relationship with both, with the pure light and the pure concealing of light, and the full concealing of light. Okay, so we move up to Atzilut, the world of emanation. Atzilut is a very interesting word in Hebrew. It comes from the word etzel in Hebrew, which means closest. So you could also read it as the word of Atzilut is the world is the closest. Emanation is finer though. And it is the first world that comes into existence. When the infinite, the infinite light of Or Ein Sof enters into the empty space, and I'm going to talk about it later, so don't worry about it, but I know if you just want to write it, that's fine. Enter into the empty space, quote unquote, quote marks around the word space, that it created in a process that the Kabbalists called tzimtzum. And we'll talk about that next class, next session. All right, so that's when the light enters into that space.
Is that one word?
Yeah. T-Z-I-M, T-Z-U-M. Tzimtzum, or T-S, depending on how you pronounce the tz. I like T-S personally, but I think in English it's mostly translated like that.
And let's see.